Bhaktisiddhanta Goswami Maharaj, very famous disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So when actually he was working in the Indian Railways. This is back in the 1920s. So he heard about Mayapur, he heard about Jagadguru Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So he came to Mayapur to have darshan. That time our Gurudev Bhakti Pragyan Kesav Goswami Maharaj, he was in charge of that temple. So when he saw these two guests came, he could, by looking at their face, he could understand they're hungry and thirsty. So he said, "Oh brothers, here nearby is Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. You take bath here, and when you come back, you take some lunch." So they went into bath and came back. That took like 20 minutes, but in 20 minutes he made like rice, dal, 2 sabjis, chutney, in 20 minutes. Then he served them that prasad with so much affection. Also Param Gurudev was speaking some topics of Krishna to them. What is Mayapur? Who is Prabhupada? All this. Then they became so happy they went to meet Prabhupada. And when they met Prabhupada, of course the disciple is so great, imagine how great is the Guru. Then Bhakti Saranga, I think his name was Bhakti Padam Piyai, very high Brahmin. So he was so happy, he said, "I will donate 5 rupees a month." 5 rupees a month, now is nothing. At that time, 5 rupees a month is like a fortune. So everyone became so happy. So every month he would send his money, and he would come and especially hear Katha. So by serving devotees, heart becomes purified. And when heart is purified, Sususo Swanatanasya Basudev Kataruchi Syat Mahal Sevya Viprapunyati Tanda Sevya. The Bhagavatam says there is no activity superior than serving the devotees. Because by serving the devotees, one develops taste in hearing. How much we love Krishna, we tested how much you like to hear, how much you like to speak about Krishna. So hearing Katha became so much enchanted, so much happy, because why waste my time doing anything else? So he wanted to retire and become full-time devotee here. Then all devotees were sad. If you stop giving us 5 rupees a month, how will we survive? He said, "Don't worry, I'll bring so much." So Prabhupada gave him sannyas. He became Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj. And he would collect truckloads of food, truckloads of blankets, truckloads of everything. He had some amazing ability. People had so much faith when they heard him speak, they really want to give something. So Gurudev, when we would come here, Gurudev would tell us Katha. One day he went to one very big officer in Bombay. And that time he had like 10 different phones on his desk. Hello, yes, no, very good, sell, buy, like this. So these phones were always ringing. So when he came to the office, then this man was very busy. "Oh, Hare Krishna, oh my God. Just give him 5 rupees and tell him to go away, or 10 rupees. Give him 10 rupees and I'm too busy, I cannot meet." Sadhu may come to our house, but they're not coming to take anything from us. They're always coming to give something. So when he heard 10 rupees a month, he said, no, I don't come here for 10 rupees a month or whatever. I want to speak something to you about the human form of life and rarely attained and devotion to Krishna is the goal. Then the man, no, okay, take 20 rupees. Take 20 rupees, but I'm too busy. I don't want your 20 rupees, just hear something about Krishna. Take 30 rupees, just leave me alone. This man could not hear anything because too much material attachment. Sometimes we have too much earwax. So we hear Katha, we cannot hear anything because our mind is just full of our own rubbish, our own plans. So we cannot nicely hear about Krishna. Like Krishna's fruit is empty, so Krishna's sweetness distributed everywhere. But we have so many other desires, we cannot hear, we cannot speak. So anyway, Saranga Goswami Maharaj took some money, whatever, then he came back next year when he saw the factory was closed, like Damodara's eyes. The factory was closed, he saw, where's everything? Everything was locked. And in India they call them rag pickers. I don't know what you call them, like the guys who collect the plastic bottles and aluminium cans. So he saw one guy collecting bits of cloth and bits of paper and stuff. And he asked, "Oh dear sir, what happened to this factory?" Then he looked, hey, it's the same guy. The guy who used to own the whole factory, now he's collecting plastic bottles and stuff. What happened? I guess that was the time of the financial crisis. I lost everything. Then Bhakti Saranga Goswami said, "Hey, sit down, now we have some time to hear." And then the man, "Yes, now all I have is time," like this. So he would hearing Katha. So he went to England in the 1930s and he preached there. He met the king and queen. They also met Adolf Hitler before the war. In this way, Gaudiya Math was trying to preach at that time. But preaching in England and Germany as an Indian in the 1930s is not like Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj preaching to the hippies in the 1960s. Big difference in mentality of the people, no? So Bhakti Saranga Goswami is so much famous. So Gurudev would always speak. He also made the big temple at the birthplace of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And it was Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj. He had so much affection for our Gurudev's Gurudev. If anyone speak any word against Prabhupada, then he would be like Param Gurudev would be like a lion. You know? So it was Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj who gave the name Pasanda Gajaika Singha to Bhakti Pragyan Kesar Maharaj, like a title. Like a lion, he not fears anything, even he can attack and kill elephants. So elephant is represented by offense. Like when we walk in this temple, you see, there's two elephants there having their heads scratched by the lion. So anyone who, Param Gurudev was like a lion. Anyone who speak anything wrong, he would jump and like that, take their life by his arguments. So, also Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj, when he went to England, there's a wonderful story. There is in England no deities of Krishna, no belief in Krishna. So there was one rose garden. What was it called? Kent Rose Garden. So he went there and some inspiration, he began digging in the ground and he found a deity, a four-armed form of Lord Vishnu there in the garden. And that deity is, I don't know where it is now. Krishna came to him there in the middle of England. Anyway, what can we say? Also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would visit this place. So you see nearby is the Yamuna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would sit here and chant and remember Krishna's Lila, but at night time he would go back to Akrura Ghat. So people began talking, Krishna has come again, Krishna has come again. Who is Krishna? Lord Chaitanya. But some people were saying, no, nighttime. Nighttime, Krishna is appearing again in the Yamuna. What? Yes, we see him. He's there, he's dancing on the head of the Kaliya snake. We see him. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with him had one follower, Balabhadra Bhattacharya. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, yes, Krishna has come again. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slapped him. You idiot! Krishna never appears directly in Kali Yuga, therefore he's called Triyuga. Vishnu never appears in the form of a Lila avatar in Kali Yuga. So how can you believe the words of the foolish persons? Like these days, anyone who has more than 10 disciples becomes an incarnation. Right? There's Sai Baba, there's this guy, all that saying, I'm the incarnation of Krishna and Kali Yuga. Hey, don't believe him, he's false. I'm the real incarnation. So who is the real incarnation that is mentioned in the scriptures? You cannot just deceive or cheat people. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slapped Balabhadra. You're very foolish listening to the words of these guys, you believe anything? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, just wait, everything will be revealed. So nighttime there was a fisherman here. And he would put lights in his boat to attract the fish, and he would catch them at nighttime. And because he was moving here and there to catch the fish, then foolish persons thought the boat, this is the head of Kaliya, and the lights to attract the fish, these are jewels on the head of Kaliya, and the dancing guy is trying to catch the fish. This was Krishna dancing on the head of Kaliya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us always be very careful. Who is incarnation of Krishna? We cannot just believe the words of ordinary foolish person. Who is Guru? We cannot just believe the words of ordinary foolish persons. Who is Guru? Who is qualified? Always have to be too much careful. And Scripture will give all these indications. So anyway, this Imlitala, very ancient place, very dear. Here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first appeared. And what can we say? These deities here now is closed. Deities of Gaudiya. These were served by Sanatana Goswami 500 years ago. And here is the very charming forms of Radha Gopinath. So when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur came to Vrindavan in the 30s, he only came once to Vrindavan. Then he came to this place. And that place then was not like now. There were so many pigs. People would pass stool and urine here. There was bad smells. People would dump their garbage here. So Prabhupada came here and he felt very sad. such a divine, such a special place in Krishna's Leela, and completely hidden, completely like covered and not properly maintained. So Prabhupada felt very sad that Bhaktisaranga saw, my Gurudev have such a strong desire that this place again be properly manifested. So he saw the desire of his Guru at that time. Disciple means what Guru wants, I must fulfill his desire. So afterwards he bought this place, and what we see now, that is all his mercy. So what can we say? Bhaktisaranga Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Shri Imlitala ki jai, Sri Radha Gopinath Ju ki jai, Gaur Prema